Yo, what it is, y'all? What it is? What it is? What it is? Y'all been watching some good football already. Free J Herbo, Lions 7-2. Yeah, Lions really cutting up. Herbert need to free himself. Wait for these bombs to get up in here. It's good with it, Hydro. Well, while we're waiting for everybody to get up in here, man, we'll just start it off by shouting out all the members. Shout out Cobra, Son of Raditz, Comatose in the Clutch, Avion the Plumber. If you want to become a member, click the link in the bio to join up. Hit that subscribe button for everybody. Another week, player's choice, open field. Drop the link right here. Y'all boys can join up too. He been playing like Reggie for sure. Oh, for chat, we finna make these niggas join. They been blowing this fucking chat up all day. I ain't finna do this. Niners a team to beat. No, they a front running ass team. I won't say they're the team to beat, bro. They just really front running real bad, bro. The suspect Cam is still out on Brock Purdy, bro. He's just a front runner. Every time that team play like that, he play good. Anytime they trailing by one or two possessions, he is straight. He 256 pick. I see why he was 256 pick. Seriously, the verdict still out for him. Oh shit! It's PC wrestling. Oh, ain't shit on. We good. Yeah, Lewis, it's sad 8 o'clock, bro. But I be telling them to make the shit for 8:30 because Sunday night football not over till 8:20. Nah, y'all good, bro. Normally supposed to be it's supposed to be normally supposed to be 8:30, bro, because Sunday night football don't end until 8:20. So I try to come on after all the games over. Irvin, what's good with it, bro? We in here. I can't. Oh my god, dog. I want. Yeah, I mean, honestly, dog, with the Jets though, Lewis, dog, I really just be feeling like they almost just sick of playing for Zach Wilson. Yeah, some of them plays is like, yeah, you got to turn them plays, but a lot of it is just like I just really feel like they just sick of him, bro. Bro, Dwayne, bro, I wouldn't even trip off the Ravens like that, bro. Like, I mean, they good, bro. Like, I mean, it happened, bro. It's more so a Deshaun Watson revelation than anything. If you ask me, that was more Deshaun Watson proving that he worth that money, man. Like, I'm serious. So I don't know, man. Mac Jones, Mac Jones is it, bro. But they selling that boy bad over there. No offense. I feel bad for him. CJ is looking good right now, dog. I mean, that's the narrative for everybody. That's the agenda everybody pushing. CJ looking good though. Looking solid, real good. I mean, he top 10 right now. We'll probably see what he'll do. If he can get them to the playoffs, dog, that'll be like really in his favor for sure. That'll really be in his favor if you get them to the playoffs for sure. Zach Wilson, yeah, he probably the worst quarterback in the world right now. Not even like this, the NFL. He's the worst quarterback. He's worse than them quarterbacks in college right now, too, man. Like serious. A-Rod coming back in another what he said December he'll be ready. That's tough. After Achilles, that man really on that HGH. He recovered like in no time. Yeah, mid December is insane for an Achilles, bro. Coming back mid December is wild. Wild mid December, bro. This nigga's taking too long to join. I'm finna get into these games. Some of these games we want to talk about, bro. I want to talk about real quick, man. Little niggas in the background. Wow, that's fun. Yeah, hey, Antonio Pierce really is the coach the Raiders needed. Me myself personally, like I liked John Gruden. It was unfortunate what happened with him, but for the most part, I feel like AP and really got kind of matched that mystique. John Gruden was building, bro. Just that grit. That's just what them boys need over there. You feel me? So I don't know, man. Like the Raiders should really like look into making him like a permanent coach instead of uh uh interim. Yeah, Lewis, you know I got Nick Saban on the thumbnail. Boy, the boogeyman back. That's what we was about to get ready to talk about, bro. I'm trying to wait for these boys to join, but that's what we finna get ready to talk about right here. We finna get ready to talk about these Bama boys, Lewis. I'm serious, man. Like, cause this is, bro. What? These Bama boys, man. Yeah, gotta get up on this box score with this right here, y'all. Alabama, you see, we back. I think we back to being the boogeyman. If you ask me, it looked like we back to the boogeyman because of this kid right here, Jalen Milroe. Man, he is growing up right in front of our eyes. Man, ran 4.27, dog. We was waiting so long to see that. We was waiting so long to see that. Texas game, we didn't show that, but I get him. He was trying to get his money. He trying to secure his spot as a quarterback, hopefully in an NFL draft board. So I feel him, man. But at the same time, man, we trying to win games, man. Tommy Reese, we had to see them legs come along. But it's coming along, man. 3 TDs on the ground, 8 carries, 36 yards. Longest one was 16, 234 yards. Defense coming along, looking like one of the old defensive old at Alabama, dog. I really just feel like next stop up, bro, is Atlanta, and we gotta really exercise that demon as far as beating Georgia, dog. We gotta get that lick back so serious, dog. We gotta get that lick back bad, dog, versus them. Y'all talking about Michigan? I don't know, man. I'm not. I'm. I mean that little. I don't know. I like that interim coach or whatever, but I've never just really been big on Michigan, bro. Like I don't know what it is about Michigan. I just can't get behind them. I feel like they a fake physical team, dog. I'm sorry if we got Michigan fans up in here, but I just really feel like they a fake physical team. And then when it come time for that playoff, dog, they always wet the bed, and then it's just like that. They like the Cowboys of college football. It's like, oh, next year, better look next year. Next year's our year, even when they just get smacked in the games they need to win. Um, I'm glad they got that Ohio State monkey off their back, but just to sit up there and have them performances like what they had in the college football playoff, man, that shit's just unexcusable to me. Blake Corum balled out, showing why he should be a top. He'll probably go second round, but he on everybody big board for us with the top running backs. I like old boy Gordon from Oklahoma State. People tell me about Davis from Kentucky. He's pretty good to me, but old boy from Oklahoma State looking like he the one. Blake Corum still good. He probably still recovering from that injury, but there's a few other backs I like out there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Talk about one of J-Rob 450,000 teams right here. Ohio State 38-3 to Michigan State, man. Oh, man. Michigan State just went down bad. They paid $95 million for a coach just for their program to go downhill like that. It's tough. Chat, do y'all like that Kyle McCord, dude? I mean, he had a good game this game, 335 yards. Only missed 7 passes. But I felt like he came in so slow. Pause. Just based off the receivers he had, just for how slow he came along, bro. It's just like I don't know. I really ain't buying. I ain't buying what they selling. I know they like the number 1 overall team. Yeah, I don't know how, but yeah. I don't know. That's weird to me. I'm not really buying it. Marvin Harrison Jr. though, he looking like he might be the since our boy Brock Bowers got hurt, he looking like he might be the best weapon in college football. I still like a few of those receivers that play for Washington. Old boy play for FSU, but Marvin Harrison Jr. might be the real deal in this draft. He might be the guaranteed player you might need to go with this draft right here. If I'm just taking a wild pick. This was also a good game right here. Miami and Florida State. They just kept losing their quarterbacks. Miami down there could have won that game if they just would have been able to keep them quarterbacks healthy, dog. That was just unfortunate. Tyler Van Dyke go down in the beginning of the game. Emory Williams come in. I mean, I guess the 8 for 23 looked kind of bad, but he did weather the storm. He did what he needed to do. And that defense was kind of balling. But once he got hurt, I ain't gonna lie, they had sacked the one time. It was like he was dazed. Then once he got hurt, that jump was over with, bro. I was like, they might can do it with a third string, but I doubt it, dog. Like, but this game was pretty good. I just hate they couldn't pull it out. I hate Tyler Van Dyke really went out. I want to see what that game looked like because that was a good ass game. I don't know who all watched that game, but that game was super solid right there. I don't like watching all them blowouts after Alabama get off the screen. I be trying to find a good game in there somewhere. Georgia going Georgia. I wanted to my boy right here cry this game. Oregon versus USC. You know they say Bo Nix is the best player in college football. What's wrong with my computer? El Hornos messing my computer up, y'all.
What's up, Flo? How you doing, dog?
I'm good, man. You know, shit, recovering. So I'm just up here doing this open field, get some college football up out. You know, them boys act like they don't want to talk about college football during the week. So
yeah, Dev asked for the link. I'm gonna send the link to the chat again.
Yeah.
I got you. How you feeling, man? You say you feeling good? You know?
Yeah, bro, I'm good, man. You know, just recovering, dog. Greatest Alabama player? Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably one of them pass rushers.
Like Will Anderson? Nah, not Will Anderson.
Nah, probably Derek Thomas, that linebacker. Cornelius Bennett. You're gonna have to dig up some of them old heads. David Palmer.
Yeah. I mean, you got Derrick Henry. He was crazy. Melvin Ingram.
Henry.
Melvin Ingram.
Yeah.
Julio was insane.
Yeah,
I mean, Devontae
Julio,
Smith is in there.
Devontae Smith, Amari Cooper. He
Yeah.
almost had 2,000 yards in
I
1
mean,
year.
if we look at defense, I mean, you got Minka,
Yeah.
you got Trayvon.
Minka, Eddie Jackson. You got to go to them linebackers. Big Rolando McClain, Dante Hightower,
Mm-hmm.
Marcel Darius. We had a few, bro. Tim Williams had 17 sacks on one season. Tim Williams went crazy. It was a few people. We had Quentin Williams. We talking about all-time great defensive player. Quentin Williams was really something serious. Derek Thomas Field.
And Sean Alexander played for Bama too, right?
Yeah.
My brother, Sean Alexander. David Palmer.
Empty backfield, trips right for Bo with a snap and throw. Steps, no throw there, going to run to the right. Now,
They said Lewis been grinding today. Third show today. It's all right. It's cool. I'm more excited to be on here because I don't talk about football as much because, y'all know what I do.
Yeah, bro, it's good anytime you want to pull up, bro. I was just looking at these games. Caleb Williams, Bo Nix had a day, though. Bo Nix really trying to show he like the best quarterback in the world right now, ain't he? I'm
Bo
still
Nix,
buying that shit,
David Penix.
Yeah.
It's insane right now. Can't go wrong with any of them.
Speaking of Michael Penix, that game was actually close. Utah really be playing everybody close, dog. That's
Michael
one thing.
Penix,
It's like you gotta watch some boys when they play Utah. But he performed pretty well. I think he got them receivers over there, dog. Them receivers he got is some serious, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Both of them really be going crazy, bro.
What do you think? What team you think is going to benefit from Michael Penix getting drafted? I think a team like New Orleans would be nice. If he went over there. They need somebody like him.
I'm gonna keep it being with you though. As far as with a team like he just better hope they take a chance on him because I think he had what 2 knee surgeries, something like that.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, he had a lot of knee surgeries. So, and because he played at Indiana at first, so he like kind of revitalized his career at Washington, which is kudos to him. But I don't know, dog. Hopefully, yeah, the Saints anywhere because he's a pocket passer.
The Jets would be crazy.
Yeah. You go want anywhere where they got it kind of already set up with weapons for him already. Cause that's where you're coming from. You're coming from where they got the weapons and everything set up. So you don't want to kind of put him in a position to where the franchise all on him because that's gonna kind of be bad. Already got them pre-existing injuries, bro. I wouldn't like it for him. As you can see what Bryce going through with the Panthers, bro, I kind of feel sorry for little bro.
Yeah, I don't think he's looked that bad. I think the game I'm gonna go off of was when he played us. Like him and Thielen were dealing against us, bro. Like I don't think Bryce is bad. I just think it's a mixture of coaching, not having weapons, the inconsistency from a lot of the players, like no run game at all, not helping him. It's pretty bad over there for him.
Yeah, they were showing like how fast that pocket breakdown, man, and then they show like them route concepts the coach be drawing up. It's like, man, nobody's open, and then the routes that possibly can break open, he don't have enough time to get it there because it's 0.4 seconds somebody in his face. So I was just like, bro, that jump just feel, I don't know. It's a lot he got to go with. Got to get over the hump for us figuring it out.
I feel for Carolina, bro, because they traded away they picked. They don't even got they pick. That belongs to Chicago. So you can't even get a top receiver in the draft.
I mean, it's a few sleeper receivers they possibly can get, man. I hope so. But they honestly need a veteran. I mean, they got one at Adam Thielen, but you get what I'm saying. They need like a D-Hop or something, bro. They need like a hitman for hire type receiver to help them. I mean, I get it, bro. Everybody can't start out with weapons, and then they go bring up that CJ Stroud crap. But man, it's just a way worse situation, bro. Like it's just a way worse situation in Carolina than in Houston. You could just like see it. It's just like yeah, you could be like, oh yeah, it was Houston. Look at what they was before, but it was just you could just look and see how them two teams, like just everything around them teams, you could just see like this is a way better situation in Houston than it is in Carolina. It's just cancer over there right now. But they'll figure it out. They got a whole off season. I'm pretty sure they wasn't coming into this season thinking that they was gonna do nothing. I mean,
Houston
that conference was weak. Yeah, Houston drafted real well. Two first round picks back to back.
They got in Tank Dell too, helping them out. Like
first and the third. Come on, man. Like you can't
feel for Bryce, man.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll work out. It'll work out for him. That was a tough game that we just watched too, man. I think them boys playing off a lot of emotion though. One thing with football, man, it's an emotionally driven sport. Mm-hmm. So Antonio Pierce coming back up in there, a player's coach. You see somebody like really fuck with you, you know, you're gonna be a little bit hard. Cause I tell people, man, like, yeah, you can call all of them extravagant plays, man, but honestly, if a player believe in you, you know what I'm saying, you can call the most basic player that'll work.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're seeing with the Raiders right now, especially beating teams like the Jets, whatever. And then even with the Jets, dog, I feel like they kind of over
Zach Wilson.
Overachieving right now because
overachieving,
your season went down. Hold on 1 second, bro.
How y'all feeling, chat? How y'all feeling? I'm an honest fan with Brock giving time. That's fair. Yeah. I think if the Jets had a quarterback like Brock Purdy, like the Jets right now, they don't need this all like amazing pocket passer. They just need somebody good enough to get their playmakers the ball, like Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson and shit like that. Right now, like Zach Wilson can do that. We've seen him at times. He could, but they need somebody to consistently do it. And plus, Zach Wilson's bad is very bad. We saw his best with the Chiefs. I think that was probably the best game he's ever going to play. Jets need a Josh Dobbs. I agree. The Jets do need a Josh Dobbs, bro.
My bad, brother. But yeah, dog. Oh, you talking about Josh Dobbs?
Bro, listen, I'm a big fan, bro.
Yeah.
That's a dog right there.
Yeah. Hey, he putting the team on his back right now, dog. Shout out to him, bro, because I ain't think he was. I mean, I thought he was okay coming out of Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna have a career like what he was gonna have, like just on the bench. But it feel good when them dudes like that wasn't nothing get a shot and they really like take life by the horns. You know what I'm saying? Like
chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, dog. He really balling, bro. Like he doing what they need to do. But at the same time, though, I expected the Vikings to be maybe not just blow teams out, but at the same time, the back half of the schedule, I expected Josh Dobbs to be enough because all the hard games were out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like he really shouldn't have too many like crazy matchups left, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can fact check me on that. But I feel like they schedule is pretty much front loaded. And Kurt, I guess, did a good job taking care of that. I still don't buy what he's selling, but Josh Dobbs, dog, he y'all in chat, y'all think a team should give him a chance next year?
If I'm Minnesota, I bring him back.
Really?
I bring him back. Kurt, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, you know better than anybody, man. Football is business at the end of the day.
Hell yeah.
Whether you love a player or not, you got to put your team in the best position to win. I think right now, I mean, I keep Josh Dobbs. He's cheap, probably not gonna ask for much, and he's looked really good so far.
What you think about K1? K1 looked good today too. I mean, I ain't gonna say good, but he looked. I've never been big on him. I call him Michael Vick 2.0. One read, and he fast. I give him that. He all over the field. But I don't know, bro.
Something tell me Kyler gone, bro. Something tell me Kyler gone. They're going to go full rebuild.
Where you going to play at, though?
Good fucking question. I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, I can see Atlanta being in play.
Everybody say Atlanta, but if I'm Atlanta, I'm trying to get Josh. I'm trying to get Justin Fields. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm trying to get Justin Fields.
You gonna do the play action with him and Bijan?
At least see he a little bit younger, no injuries. I just want to see if he do because this is a lot of times he really do look bad, or he just be missing wide open people.
Right.
So he might really just be bad. And the Chicago Bears just really can't pick quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I like to think that sometimes them dudes don't develop quarterbacks how they should, maybe. And that's why I was like, all right, let's just give them another venue, maybe, and see how that works. Because Atlanta is literally like a quarterback away. They got all the weapons. They got every weapon you can imagine. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson in the backfield. That defense is slow.
It's looking all right.
It's looking all right. With a quarterback, they'll pretty much look. They'll look elite with a quarterback. If they had a quarterback, that's an elite team in the NFL, easy, hands down.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
an elite team.
In NFC,
in the South, they are front running. They're locked for the front runner in the South with a quarterback, shall I say? Because where the NFL at right now, it's just it's painful to look at Kyle Pitts and just be like, dang, dog, like it's really a Kyle Pitts out there, and
man, like
they not doing nothing with him.
I get when coaches say, like that's the reason why like we let Mike Gesicki walk because of the system, right? Mm-hmm. Every player got to fit in the system, but it makes me pissed off seeing a guy like Kyle Pitts and not getting any touches, but you're throwing tight end screens to Jonnu Smith. Now you mean to tell me you can throw a tight? What's up, Rodero? So you mean to tell me you can throw a tight end screen to Jonnu Smith and he can take a 62 to the house, but Kyle Pitts can't? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm sorry. And he's not a bad blocker either. He's not a bad blocker.
Listen here. I always go off with this, how you perform versus Alabama. We got another probably first rounder coming out. DB Malachi Moore from Alabama. As a freshman, him and Brian Branch had the duty of guarding Kadarius Toney and Kyle Pitts, dog. And when I say that game was a straight shootout, and Nick Saban said, they asked Nick Saban, how did he feel at halftime? Nick Saban said, I feel sorry for those kids that got to guard Kyle Pitts. He said he's a freak of nature, something like I've never seen before. And he said those kids are playing the best defense they can play. It's just nothing you can do with a weapon like that. And I'm just like, wow, bro. For Nick Saban to say that, this is halftime. The game is going on. This is not after the game. The game is still going on. Nick Saban's like, yeah, I feel sorry for them kids to have to guard that because it's just, you looking at a 6'6", running 4.4 in the 40. I'm pretty sure you got a 40-inch vert. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you not use that in the NFL? Like, come on, dog. We got coaches that get paid millions of dollars to scheme up players. We got players, supposedly we pay millions of dollars to get these players the ball. Still.
It's wild.
I had no
talking about the Falcons right now?
Yeah, just Kyle Pitts in
general. Yeah.
Just Kyle Pitts, not even the Falcons, because really with the Falcons, they just literally a quarterback away from being an elite team or the top team in the NFC.
Oh, I agree to that. With the Falcons, like we talked about it plenty with the Falcons. They got pieces all over, backup running backs. They got a legit receiver. I think Drake London can break out to be one of the best receivers in the football. Kyle Pitts we already know who Kyle Pitts is for real. And I mean, at this point, I don't really know where they'll get it. I don't think the Kirk Cousins stuff is realistic. And I don't think at this point, because I said with the Cardinals, I was like, this is a good team. I don't think the Cardinals want to trade Kyler. At first, people were saying this, but then I was thinking about, I was like, they're playing good football. Kyler comes back. We saw what happened when Kyler came back. You know, they won their game. He played clutch. And then in the draft, instead of going to get a quarterback, you get Marvin Harrison maybe. You know, man, shore up that defense maybe. And then with that team, the NFC's wide open. Like, there's two good teams, and everybody else is kind of they there. It's like, so if I'm the Cardinals, I don't bank on just sacrificing everything to get Caleb Williams. I get Marvin Harrison. That's what I would do if I'm the Cardinals right now. For the Falcons, they might need to trade up and get a quarterback. They're cooked. They need a quarterback for sure.
But why would you get Marvin Harrison and you just had D-Hop and you got rid of him?
Harrison's a
D-Hop
lot
getting
younger.
old.
Harrison's a lot younger. He's a lot more durable. And yeah, to be honest, it's just about the youth, man.
Youth, you don't have to pay them too.
It doesn't cost a lot.
True.
I mean, that's why they need good players on young contracts. So that's good for what the Cardinals want right now. They're playing competitive football. They've been playing competitive football all year. So, I mean, for the Cardinals, and when we're looking at that division, sure, the Seahawks are number one. I mean, sure, the 49ers are the best team, but the Cardinals get better. They could be better than the Seahawks. I'm sorry, the Seahawks are good, but I don't think they're on. They ain't like they need. Sorry,
To
Gino.
me, they're as good as Gino takes them.
Exactly. Gino is good, but he's not good enough.
His good is good. His bad is bad.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying with the Falcons. And someone said Tank. I think Tank, you said it or something about Kirk again. I did my research with Kirk Cousins and the primetime stuff. I'm about to tear all that up, bro. I'm about to tear that up so bad. I'm probably gonna wait till press box before when I tear up that whole narrative about Kirk Cousins and primetime because that shit be pissing me off. Anytime I have a debate with anybody, all they can say is primetime. That's all they can say to me. It's like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? I looked up. We're gonna have some words when we talk about Kirk Cousins and the fight, but I want to root for Josh Dobbs. People saying he's gonna take his job. No, he's not gonna take Kirk's job. He's not young enough to take Kirk's job. Maybe if he was younger, I'll give it to you, but he ain't. So it's the same thing with Kyler. He wasn't gonna take Kyler's job either. They need him here for now. When Kirk's healthy, he'll take his job back. They're still gonna draft a quarterback. So I don't know what they're talking about. For real. What games y'all been talking about so far?
We didn't talk about a few college games. We been pretty much trying to just run down.
He was talking on Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, Antonio Pierce, how he just changed the morale of that team. I feel like they playing solely off emotion. Just from what I be knowing, like just from my experience playing football, is like really an emotionally driven sport. So
I agree.
You can ride it. I mean, for me with this, right? Just from knowing what I know about football, this shit got about 3-4 games for us with emotion. You could ride an emotional roller coaster about for a good 3-4 games, right? And then after them 3-4 games is the next. This is when them back 5 games is when we'll really, or 4 games is when we'll really get to analyze really what type of coach Antonio Pierce is. Once that emotion died down, now we can see what type of situations and where it's going to be on you in these situations and circumstances, what plays you call, what you dial up. We get it, you a player coach, but now do you know your players well enough to not call BS in crucial situations to be able to win you a game? Because I think they might. What's their record? I think they.
I was just about to.
Yeah, they might still. Do y'all think they can sneak in? Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
They're the 9th seed right now, 9th, 10th seed, so they're right there.
So the team that
with Antonio Pierce too.
The team they're gonna be fighting with, and this is gonna be another narrative they fighting against, is the Texans though. So
the Texans are ahead of the Bengals right now in the playoff standings.
The Bengals they just beat them. Right? Yeah.
The Texans are the 7th seed. The Bengals are the 8th seed. They're ahead of the Chargers, which is hilarious. Chargers lost again. I mean, it wasn't Herbert's fault this time. They just lost. They lost to Jared Goff at the end of the game. But I feel you with the Raiders stuff. I think I was watching the Raiders game because I have Devante Adams as my keeper. I'm tired of Devante Adams as my keeper. Not gonna lie, I'm tired of it. And the Raiders, I mean, they were all right. They were calling some stuff I wasn't a fan of. Like they were calling some very basic offensive plays. I get it. Aiden O'Connell's a rookie, but the checkdowns, the simple drags, the screens, they only can go so far. You beat the Giants and you beat the Jets. Like you gotta start airing that bitch out, bro. You gotta air it out.
So I'm gonna read y'all the rest of their schedule. They're 5-5 right now, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read y'all the rest of their schedule. You let me know they winning, they losing. All right, so they got us next week. They got Miami.
Losing.
All right. They got the Chiefs.
Losing.
They got the Vikings.
That's an interesting game.
I think they might sneak that one.
I think they could sneak it, but if the Vikings do something that's very
They get
good
Justin Jefferson back too.
they get Jettis back, but the way the Vikings play defense is perfect against the Raiders because they're going to put everybody in the box and force you to throw that shit.
What you think, Bama?
What you say?
Against the Raiders against the Vikings, what you think they're doing?
That's a tough one, bro.
Based off scheme, I think the Vikings can win it.
This the next game? Is this their next game?
All right, so they have they have the
Dolphins. They playing the Vikings next.
No, they got us next week. They got the Dolphins next week.
Ooh, yeah, I'm biased right there. There's no way.
So they got the Dolphins and the Chiefs. That's 2 L's right there.
Yeah, 2 L's.
2 L's. So that puts them at 5-7.
Yeah,
they got the Vikings after the Chiefs.
I think that's 3 L's. I think the Vikings play. Brian Flores is going to eat up the Raiders. He is. So I'm gonna say three losses.
3 losses. You agree on that, Bama?
I don't know, man.
It's tough.
Josh Jacobs is not carrying him in that game. I'm telling you, he's not. He's not. They're gonna put like 7-8 people in the box and go like, bro, throw the ball. You ain't throwing the ball. You ain't running.
Yeah, if they ain't got no QB, I mean, I guess so.
So then they got the Chargers.
That should be a loss.
And then the Chiefs again.
The Raiders are cooked. They're just
then Colts and Broncos. So that's a pretty rough schedule, bro. Damn.
Yeah, the Raiders got a terrible schedule. They need to lose anyway. Aiden O'Connell's not the future, so they need to lose.
Who's gonna be the future?
You think they draft?
They draft.
Shit, Michael Penix. But shit, like I said, bro. The only thing with him, man, he been injured, bro. He already come in the league. What, he gonna be like 25, 26?
Jaden Daniels too.
Jaden Daniels
looking great.
I like Quinn Ewers, Drake May. Well, I mean, you'll have to see what they're gonna get though. I mean, they got 5 wins right now. They're gonna have to start tanking soon.
They still probably get top 15 pick, so they will get a quarterback still.
At the top 15.
Maybe Bo Nix.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go that route,
Raiders gonna draft JJ McCarthy. That's wild.
JJ McCarthy is ass, bro. Sorry, dog. That dude has 60 yards. He did all that talking on social media to go out there and put up 60 yards, man. It feels bad, dude.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, oh man, that shit is horrible, bro.
Someone said talk about the Giants. The Giants are taking for Caleb. That's all I gotta say.
You think y'all get him?
Right now, the Panthers have the worst record. The Panthers don't want to keep losing games because their pick goes to the Bears. So they want to win games. I think they can win maybe 2 more. The Giants are going to lose every game moving forward.
So do you think the Bears trade down to you guys and give y'all the first pick?
No, the Bears want a quarterback. They tired of Fields. They want a quarterback. So? Yeah. First and second pick is what the Bears want. If they get the first and second pick, that would be crazy. But there's 2 teams that really I don't know who's gonna get the number 1 pick. Obviously Bears because of Panthers, but Patriots and Giants are both have the same record. They both only won 2 games. Patriots won a quarterback too. So one of these teams got to figure out who wants to win another game. So we'll see. But Bill Belichick doesn't like losing, so I think the Patriots are going to win another game. I don't think the Giants are winning another game.
Bill Belichick needs to get an offensive coordinator.
Bill Belichick needs to find
hire Josh McDaniels back to back.
Facts.
Bill Belichick needs to not be the GM anymore, bro.
Yeah, that's cooked. Only coach. Stop with the GM stuff.
Yeah, because it's just too much. You could just tell with the GM, him and Robert Kraft don't have the relationship we thought they would have. So it's like you need to get another mediator in there that could possibly build some rapport with him because obviously he don't like who you pick and you don't like who he picked. And he just be acting like a spoiled brat sometimes. Like with the no offensive coordinator thing, we'll figure it out, all that. It's just like, that's just some spoiled brat stuff to me at this point. Like, I get it, you ain't had your success, but like, come on, bro. You ain't, that's just some power tripping stuff right there. Like, yeah, come on. I get it. Like, not in the situation you want to be in. You feel like they betrayed you, you know, all of this stuff, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But at the end of the day, bro, you got Mac, so you need to kind of already be in.
But that's that. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, the more and more I look at it, the more and more it's like coaches need to stop thinking they're smarter than everybody else. Because even Andy Reid doesn't do that. Like, I don't think Andy Reid thinks like that. Mike McDaniels, I don't think Shanahan thinks like that. When you start thinking you're smarter than everybody else, that's when you start messing up and start just doing dumb stuff for no reason. And the whole stuff, like Bill Belichick keep on benching Mac Jones. Mac Jones is cooked, right? Like, he doesn't want to play on this team. Bailey Zappi coming in for the last drive. What are we doing? That nobody does that.
That was trash.
That's just dumb. You stick with your quarterback. You don't switch him in and out in certain situations. Like, I don't know what you expect. Yeah, it's Bill Belichick needs either a fresh start or he just needs to call it a day. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, he just need to go retire, bro.
I think he needs to retire. I think his style is outdated as fuck. Everybody figured out the Belichick scheme, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that too, but it's just like his style of coaching, bro. That shit get outdated at some certain points. It worked for 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever, however long he was coaching. Like, I mean, that's not the wave no more, bro. Like, it's either you adapt how Nick Saban has, or
Andy Reid has.
Yeah, like, just retire, bro. Like, I mean, we ain't seen this. Like, it's you know, get with the times or get left in the past, bro. So, and also him as a
GM, he hasn't done the best job helping Mac Jones either. Like, Bill still wants to play smash mouth football, but when it comes to time to pass the ball, like, there's no dynamic player on offense that he's thrown to. Like, your best player, or at least I think, looks like DeMario Douglas, and you barely give him the ball. He's your fastest player, most dynamic player on offense, and you're not giving him the ball.
Yeah, and what we're seeing from the NFL this year is that finally the defense are catching up. Like, the defenses are really catching up to these offenses to the point where it's like the offensive games this year is like the worst I've ever seen because of how good all these defenses have been playing.
Right.
And, like, we know Mahomes is one of them. We know Lamar is one of them. Josh Allen's one of them. Joe Burrow is one of them. None of them are going crazy for a reason. Like, none of them are going crazy. Mahomes is more of like his weapon situation, but these defensive schemes, these defensive players that are getting drafted, like, the defenses are getting better and better. And Belichick being a defensive genius, you need to realize that if everybody has a good defense and you can't pass the ball, we can see, like, who's worse and who's better, right? For me, from what I'm looking at, is like, unless you got a complete roster like the Eagles and Niners, which makes them like the two best teams in the NFC by far, you need that quarterback. Because in the AFC right now, it's like it's up in the air. It's like Mahomes, except the Steelers. The Steelers are they're frauds. I don't know how they're winning games. They're the most fraudulent team I've ever seen. They just keep winning. I don't get it.
Mike Tomlin, dog. If your players believe in what you're selling, if they believe in you, in the Girl Scout cookies you selling, bro, they go forever play for you. And what was Mike Tomlin's claim to fame in the beginning? And this was way before all of these player coaches started coaching. The first thing they said Mike Tomlin was a player's coach.
Yeah.
His claim to fame back when what was the whole thing behind Mike Tomlin? Oh, he's too besides him being black. The next thing they used, well, he was like 35 when he first got that job, something like that. He was too young. He was too young for the job. But once they saw it, they was like, this dude is a player's coach. These players really play for him. And that shit is going to get you way farther than X's and O's, because being a player's coach, that means the players feel like you care about them, and that helps with developing a player. Right. Get it? Kenny Pickett might not be the best quarterback option, but those other 41 guys, or what is it? Yeah, 41? I mean, no, 21 guys. Those other 21 guys believe in their coach so much that they go carry out their duties to the end of high water to help their coach. Go look at TJ Watt, dude. This dude pass rushing with no helmet on, still getting the sack. If that's not playing for a coach, I don't know what is in the NFL. Like, no matter how much we say Najee trash, he still break millions of tackles and try to score down there in the red zone. At least he'll get in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? He'll break 50 million tackles, do whatever they got to do. George Pickens bitch about the ball, but shit, when you do throw it to him,
he does crazy
he makes
things.
the best DBs look horrible. Like, bad.
Dog.
So it's like this team plays for him ridiculously. I don't know if it's him having a Joey Porter as a coach. I don't know what it is, bro, but these dudes, they, like you said, Riddell, every year when you think they're not gonna make the playoffs, they
they just winning games, beating the Ravens. Like, I'm like,
it's like, bro, how did they
beating everybody right now? They're like 6-3 right now, right?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is going on? How do they keep winning games? I would say this though, like the last 2 weeks, I forget who they played last week. I think they played a scrub last week, but this week, I mean, we see the Packers are a terrible team, barely beating the Packers, but they're still winning games. I'm like, bro, they just keep on winning. I can't really say
so
anything.
they can do, yeah.
They just keep on winning games. Steelers are in an interesting spot because if it wasn't for the Ravens not being on a bye week, they'll be number one in the division. The AFC North division, they'll be number one. It's crazy.
I think Colorado cooked.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say this real quick. Shift guy, you know, I was really on the bandwagon, tough. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. I just think Deion really not. I don't think he'll power for coach. So DP said this, and I'll say this, bro, because he brought up a valid point with Kansas coach. DP too nice. He said with our coach, it looked kind of the same way their first year. It's like, oh, it looked like he couldn't call plays, all of that. And then the following year, he got an extra group of recruits in, and then the rest is history. You see what Kansas look like now. They look like a formidable team in the Big 8 or whatever their league called now. But with me, I've been watching Colorado because I've been a faithful, bro.
I've been watching too.
Stanford and Arizona. You could say he don't have the O-line. You could say he don't have the D-line. He don't have this. He don't have that. Bro, they literally lost those 2 games off of coaching alone. Mm-hmm. Regardless of what you don't have, bro, some of them calls he put his team in a fucking position to lose that game. I'll go to Colorado when they play Stanford. Let them come back 29-0. You took the gas pedal off. You started just trying to run the ball like you was Alabama. Like you said, they don't have the O-line. So whatever you was doing, you should have just kept playing how you was playing to get a 29-0 lead on them. Yeah. And it would have evened itself out because Stanford would have got tired of just getting their ass whooped. And the game kind of would have evened out. You probably would have won 34-17 type stuff right there. When you go into playing that big boy football, or you got the O-lines like, oh, I'm going to take control of the game. Now teams can come back on you because, A, you don't have the defense to stop an offense that finally catches a stride. And B, you don't have the offensive line or the offensive weapons to, when that team finally wakes up, oh, man, let me start back playing and do. No, it don't work like that. We ain't caught on to y'all. Like, it's over with. We got you now. We ain't got you by the neck now. It's over. It's no figuring out from here. You know what I'm saying? Then even in that game when they start to come back, why are you sitting there making Travis Hunter play press cover 1? I get it. He the best player in the country. But you see this one kid, I can't remember his name, number 13. He was dogging him, sophomore crown. You see this kid is literally, excuse my language, he's fucking up every DB you put in front of him, bro. Yeah. Why are you going to sit there and just be arrogant and be like, oh, bro, we just going to keep press cover 1, press cover 1, press cover 1, press cover 1. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, if I told my homie said I play ball, bro. You not just finna whoop me on offense and defense. One man not finna come out here and, bro, you not finna have fun on offense and defense too, Travis. Right. I'm sorry, bro. You might be able to ball on offense, cool, bro. You can go out there and get 150, cool, whatever. But you ain't finna lock me up on D. And I just play receiver, and you're not finna lock me up too, boy. Crazy, boy, you crazy, boy. I was a 5-star too. Man, throw that shit up. But don't be scared of him. Throw it. I'm over here too. He put on his pants just like me. On top of that, Shador just threw some bullshit on 3rd down and overtime, bro. I thought, bro, you your daddy's son, bro. Like, I don't know what made him just be like, hey, I'm gonna just chunk this up right here. Right. Then the lead down for them to come back to overtime. It's 4th and 3. They should have went for it, but he said he gonna punt the ball and force them to drive the whole field, which they did, which goes back to the number one thing y'all want to use, no defense. Well, if you knew you had no defense, you should have went for it right there. You're on the 20, 30-yard line. Go for it because they was going to score regardless, right? They was going to score regardless. You don't have no defense. They was scoring regardless, Lewis. Whether you make them go 90 yards to 70, they was going to score regardless. They just showed you that. They was going to score regardless. So you should have went for it right there. This past game versus Arizona, I don't know what happened, bro. It's just it's like little calls here or there where it looked like I'll just be nitpicking, but it's like Wayne, bro. They just give up the momentum, and it's just from coaching, bro. It's just literally from coaching. That's why I feel like teams like Texas and Deion wouldn't be able to coach at a school like Florida State right now. Like,
no.
Could you imagine him pissing away a game, number 4 team in the country? You just call some bullshit and your team lose like that? You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, he will have a O-line and D-line, but I mean, Alexander, it's not like what we expect, but the expectations were low, but seriously, they could have won those games, though. Like, they literally could have won those games. It's not like what you expect. But literally, bro, like they could have won those games. There was no excuse they lost those games right there. Besides, you got to point the finger at Deion. How many times would you keep pointing the finger at 18 and 19-year-old kids? Right. You got a coach over there with the most swag, got all the gold on. I ain't hard to find. Well, shit, you was hard to find when they needed a play call. You see what I'm saying? So
that is. I feel like that's perfectly fair to say because I mean, looking at all the games, and I didn't watch every single one, but they're all for the most part, they were close games. I mean, I think it was the Oregon was a blowout, and there's another blowout. But even like the last couple of games, they're close games, man. So at the end of the day, I'm with Bama to an extent to say that Deion obviously needs to scheme a little bit better. But I'll give a little bit grace with the first year with the Colorado and all that stuff. But next year, I mean, the expectation is going to be having a winning record. That's how y'all setting yourselves up. Y'all prime time, right? So next year is a winning record. There's no we'll go with the losing record, 5 wins. Yeah, nah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think Deion needs to be held accountable. I mean, when Colorado started first taking L's, what was it? It was Shador's holding on to the ball too long, right? Shador was holding the ball too long. He's running backwards, getting sacked, throw the ball out. All right, whatever. Travis Hunter comes back. Oh, Travis Hunter can't play 2 positions. Too much on him. When are we going to start holding Deion accountable? Like, okay, Shador has his flaws. There's times where Travis Hunter probably can't keep up because he is playing both sides of the ball. But it gets to a point where you need to learn how to fix your shit, fix your offense, fix your defense. You know what I'm saying? If you see that your offensive line is getting demolished, figure some shit out. Tell Shador, like, hey, what do you see? Help him out. Like, what pains me the most in seeing how this offense is operating, especially the offensive line, is Deion is the greatest cornerback of all time. You can read these defenses. You can see what they're running. Why aren't you, like, on that shit? Like, why aren't you telling Shador, hey, watch that guy over there. He's blitzing. I know Shador should be able to do that, but he needs to be held accountable. And not to mention, I'm hearing all this shit, like people giving Deion, like, a slap on the wrist, like, oh, but look what he did for Colorado. Look at the people he brought in. That's cool. When it matters, fix your shit up. Shador heard the criticism. You're holding the ball on for too long. I'm going to throw it away. Travis Hunter's going to hear the criticism no matter what. I think Deion needs to be held more accountable, more than anybody.
Yeah.
He just got to figure out how he going to use Travis Hunter better. Me, myself, personally, you can't play him 120, 140. Yeah, you can't play him 140 plays. Yeah, I like the dual ways, but it's a way
not as much.
Not as much because it comes up. You saw in that Stanford game, he was just gassed, bro. Like,
you got to pick, like, I mean, for me personally, I mean, people know best.
And that falls back to coaching, though. To pick and choose when you're going to insert him on offense or defense, that falls back to coaching. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to be very strategical with that. And I feel like that's what Deion's being a little lazy right now. Year one, I don't want to harp on him too bad, but like Lewis said, kind of slapping him on the wrist right now. But
this is the way I look at it, right? I'm looking at Travis Hunter. The man already got hurt already, like pretty bad. My thing with Deion, especially when it comes to Travis Hunter, he's not only one of the best cornerbacks, one of the best wide receivers, but he's like undoubtedly, like from week one until they lost, people were calling him the best player in the country. You can't have him play all the snaps, bro. You can't. He has a higher chance of getting injured more than anybody. And we saw once Travis Hunter was out, how did they look? That defense didn't look great. It was already kind of shaky, but it didn't look great when Travis Hunter was out. That offense looked a little bit okay with Jimmy Horn and Xavier Weaver. They can live without Travis Hunter. But that means your defense, bro. You putting him both on offense and defense, he has more of a chance to get hurt than anybody. You can't do that to him.
They gotta figure out a way to play Carmani too.
Yeah, I think next year I would, if you want to like spot, like make him maybe like a third down cornerback,
like a gadget guy kind of shit.
Yeah, it's like third down, fourth down. Hey, we need you to get in there, sure. But next year he should not be playing all these snaps. Like
all game.
I think Deion needs to like sit down with Travis Hunter. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be mainly on offense and defense? Deion can use Travis Hunter the same way Deion was using the NFL. You want to put him a third down?
Yeah, they don't even need him. They don't even need him at receiver. The receivers they had are decent.
Dylan Edwards, Jimmy Horn, Xavier Weaver.
That little freshman they had, they came in and got almost 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. He played that one game, and Deion just never put him back in again. What are you sitting on these players for? This is what kills me. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Is really Deion need to sit down with himself, bro. Like, and ask himself, am I the coach I'm portraying myself to be? You can say this about defense. When Travis was out and they inserted Carmani, it took him like a game to put Carmani in. But Carmani started balling, bro, and the defense looked a little better, especially secondary. Travis comes back, and I'm thinking in my head, oh, okay, Travis and Carmani finna be out there playing.
Right.
But Carmani plays no more. Like, he plays no more. That receiver get the 200 yards. I'm like, oh, that little freshman. It was like, oh, yeah, he finally coming along because he actually was good. He was like a 4-star, 5-star, something like that. Finally coming along. He get the 196 yards. I was like, oh, okay. He finna add him in there.
Yep.
Travis back to playing both ways. I'm like, I just saw 2 players on both ends that both play Travis's position that showed you they could fill in for those spots. And you still playing this kid 130, 150 plays.
But this goes back to what you're saying, that Deion, like with Deion's coaching, because I saw somebody say, but Travis wants to play both sides of the field. It's your job as a coach, number one, to protect your players from themselves.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter's a dog. Nobody's gonna make fun of him. He's already proven like he can lock down on the elite level. He's proven that he can receive on the elite level. Nobody's gonna dog on Travis Hunter. But it's your job to protect the players from themselves. Travis Hunter, whether you guys want to see it or not, him playing both offense and defense, bigger injury risk more than anybody. And that's your best player. You call him your best player, and you're putting him more at risk more than anybody. That's what Deion needs to do. Protect your best player, bro. Tell him, let him know. Sit him down next year if he's like offensive defense, Travis. We got to do one or the other. I love you too much. Like, he treats him like a son. I love you too much to not, to not care about your health. You know what I'm saying?
Just like what Riddell said, if he want to play receiver, put him at receiver, and then you be my third and fourth down defensive guy. Like, hey, you my showstopper. If you lock down DB, well, shit, get the lock in. Like, I'm kind of old head. I know kids today, they always feel like, oh, man, I need a few plays to warm up and all that. Man, bullshit, man. If you can do it, you can do it, man. Yeah. David Hester ran to open the kickoff back. Ted Ginn, this is our cats that just do it. Todd Gurley, first play of their career, they run the opening kicks back. So, I mean, what you got to say about those dudes? Randy Moss, first 3 receptions, touchdowns.
Cam Newton's first NFL pass was a touchdown.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like it goes on and on to where guys have that. If you really that guy, you shouldn't need all of them plays.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I will also say this though, like if I'm Travis Hunter and I gotta choose, like For me, I mean, personally, I'm a wide receiver. I prefer playing wide receiver in my time playing football. But like, if I'm elite at both situations and I'm looking at like, okay, how my career is gonna go, I would probably stick with corner personally, because you can kind of control your destiny a little bit more.
Mhm.
Wide receiver is so indicative on the quarterback. I mean, we see the Falcons right now. Drake London, I think, can be one of them ones. They can't get him the ball. They just physically cannot get him the ball. Devante Adams right now, he is one of them. We already know he's one of them ones. They cannot get him the ball. They can't get him the ball. If you're a corner, though, we know who you are. You are gonna do what you got to do and play it well. And nobody needs to say anything about that. You control your own destiny, and you just do what you got to do. Unless the defensive scheming is that bad, I mean, I doubt it's going to be so bad where it's going to make you look like a bad corner, unless you're like J.C. Jackson without the Patriots. But I mean, hey, that's just a Patriot situation. I don't know what they be doing over there. They make guys worse when they leave the team for some reason. But other than that, you can do what you got to do for sure. And that's what I would say. Travis Hunter, stick with that corner. Do what you got to do when you get on the field. No matter what team, you're going to make an immediate impact. You're already going to be that guy. And you could be, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be Sauce, but we see so many corners nowadays come in the game already one of the best corners in football. Like Sauce was that. Trent McDuffie on the Chiefs was that. Tariq Woolen was that. Even this year, Christian Gonzalez is that. Devin Witherspoon's that. Be either like that too, for sure. You didn't think I was quick. Stop. Don't test me.
It won't be the first time we see a receiver change to a cornerback. We saw that with Richard Sherman. We saw that with Trayvon Diggs. There's no reason Travis Hunter can't be the same way.
Facts. I totally agree. Y'all got any hot takes before we get up out of here?
Hot takes. Well,
agendas that's gonna be pushed tomorrow. What's going on, bro? Like, what's up, bro? Louis, you gotta pull up on us on Gridiron, bro. You be like a ghost, bro. Like, I see what you're doing on the wrestling, bro. Like, but
Gridiron or
bro, I mean, listen. I like talking football. Everyone, you know what I do? Cartoons, wrestling. Yeah. Like, it's a good escape. I feel that. A hot take though. When Devon Chain comes back, he's gonna be top 10.
I agree. I fought with the Dolphins too, Louis.
Yeah. Hey, we got Dolphins guys over here. Hey, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We got it's tough, but hey, man, A-Chain's fast, so I ain't gonna mess with that. I will say this though, I'm saving the Kirk stuff for tomorrow in the press box. But I think a hot take, that's something I don't want to do, but I think a conversation needs to start. We might need to start talking about Devante Adams on the decline. I'll be honest. I watch a lot of Raiders game, even though I don't want to. But Devante Adams is my keeper in fantasy, so I watch Raiders game. And I'm watching, I'm like, Devante Adams still good, but sometimes I'll be seeing, like, yes, they don't target him a lot, but sometimes it's hard for him to create separation. Damn. His yards after catch is not as great as it used to be. And sometimes he be dropping the ball more than he used to. So we may need – it just might be one – not saying that he's, like, bad or out the top 10, but on the decline. And there might be some people that's going ahead of him. We can't keep on saying Devante Adams is at this rank, and it's just not happening. Like, at some point, we got to – some people might be going above. Like, if you want me to name some names – AJ Brown's on the rise, so he's coming. He's trying to establish him as one of the best. Obviously, people say Jettis and Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? Stephon Diggs is on the rise.
Jamar Chase
is on the rise. So I'm just saying, Devante.
Hey, Jordan Addison too. Like
Jordan Addison is going to be one of them ones. Looking like he would be the best receiver in this draft class. From what
everybody was talking about Zay Flowers. I was like, man,
Zay Flowers. I think if and when Cooper Kupp is done, I think Puka Nacua gonna enter them combos too. The way Puka was playing when Cooper Kupp was out,
Sun God,
yeah. This draft class has some decent.
Garrett Wilson, once he gets quarterback.
Drake London, bro. I'm saying Drake London with his size, his speed, his ability to catch in traffic, he can be legit one of those receivers, because he be making some tough catches.
In USC, he had the best 50-50 catch coming into the NFL. Well, I thought he had like the best like jump ball.
Yeah,
and the
height he gets from that, bro.
Oh yeah,
basketball. You're ridiculous.
You can
You're
see
a ridiculous athlete, bro.
Really, like you could play.
Like, bro, they showed like he did like that Vince Carter 360 where he windmilled and did a 360 at the same time. Like, bro, like that. At that point, that's freakish. That's freakish athletic ability, bro.
All you gotta do is throw it up to him. Desmond Ritter's
once I saw him dunking like that, bro, I'm like, bro, just throw the ball up, bro. Like if somebody jumping like that, bro, like, chat, you just got to think about it like this. You walk into a basketball gym, right? That's of non-hoopers. How many dunks you see? You see what I'm saying? So now you put that over in football because that's pretty much correlates the same in football because they're not hoopers. You don't just see them jumping like that. If you got somebody on the football team that can dunk, dog, throw the fucking ball up, bro. Throw the ball up. Throw it up.
Yo, y'all killing me with Jalen Hyatt, bro. That's my dog, man. Y'all killing me. With
Hyatt is good, bro. The Giants have no pass game. He's so good. He's good, bro. He's a good receiver. I actually like him.
Jalen Hyatt is like George Pickens. You know they're tough, but that quarterback play is like fuck, bro.
Yeah, but we're getting Caleb Williams, so it's all good. So,
yeah, killing me, man. Jalen Hyatt is something, bro.
Jalen Hyatt is something. I'll be watching. So if the Giants get Caleb, Hyatt, Darren Waller comes back, and Saquon, NFC East, watch out, man. NFC East, watch out. It's gonna look a little different. I'm just saying, it's gonna look a little different.
The day y'all beat Dallas, I will take y'all serious. The day y'all beat Dallas.
Well, we here. We coming. Bama, you got a hot take?
Yeah, tell us our hot take. Come on, man.
My hot take: Jalen Milroe for Hiseman.
What?
Jalen Milroe for Hiseman.
You sold on Jalen Milroe?
I'm sold on Milroe.
You buying in?
Sold on him. I've been bought in.
Above Penix and Marvin Harrison?
On both.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
Marvin Harrison, bro. He made the most improvement, and he got Alabama really looking like the Boogeyman.
Y'all think y'all get in? Y'all think y'all get in?
It's gonna be tough, but I think we do, especially if we beat Georgia.
That's gonna help his Heisman case because Penix and Marvin Harrison are on undefeated teams right now.
Yeah,
they're both playing insane. They're both playing insane, bro.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, Milroe been going crazy, bro. Like,
I respect the agenda. But y'all, chat, make sure y'all tap in to, I think Press Box and Gridiron are tomorrow.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here. I'm gonna be here debunking the Kirk Cousins primetime narrative.
You the Kirk Cousins defender? Kirk Cousins defender?
I have to. Sometimes you see good football play and you see people just disrespecting this man. It's disgusting. It's crazy to me. Kirk Cousins is the only quarterback in the NFL. Only quarterback in the NFL that people bring up primetime. When there are so many other quarterbacks that don't got good primetime records, but Kirk Cousins, the only one people bring up. I got some names, but hey, man.
You gonna get nasty with it tomorrow?
I'm gonna get nasty with it, bro. People need to stop disrespecting this man.
Before we go, I'm sorry, Ben. Before we go, Riddell. Have you shifted away from your Lions take, or are you staying firmly that they're frauds?
My thing with the Lions is like Jared Goff. I'm not a Jared Goff believer. Jared Goff is playing better than I expected, but you know when that run game ain't dominating everybody like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs just did, Lions look a little different. We saw when they played the Ravens. We saw that blowout. So they ain't tier 1 or anything. But I will say this, though. My agendas with the Lions and the Vikings, one was Kirk Cousins was going to be that guy. He was that guy before he got injured. The second one was the Vikings were going to be over the Lions. One game difference, and the Vikings don't got Kirk right now. If the Vikings take the division lead over the Lions, I'm just saying, man. Don't talk to me about Jared Goff if he can't outdo the Vikings. Don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying on business. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying on business.
1v50 type shit.
You know what I'm saying? You said I stood in the Kirk was in the MVP race. Don't talk to me. Watching Dobbs win with the same team. Bro, me and Trent were on this platform and we both said we see the Vikings schedule for the rest of the year and we think the Vikings can win these games. We're correct. Don't talk to me. We know ball. Come on now. The Kirk Cousins went up against the Chiefs, the Eagles, and the Niners.
Oh, I'm looking at.
Come on now. What are we talking?
Oh hell yeah! Oh my god! Oh my.
The rest of the schedule is cake. What are we talking?
Oh my god! The only real challenge is the Bengals and the Lions twice. That's it. They went out.
That's all I'm saying. That's why me and Trent was like, they could still make the playoffs. They could still win games. Like, come on now. We know what we're talking about. Don't worry about it. Hey, Lions better not lose to the Vikings. I'm just saying.
All right, y'all. It's been another week. See y'all tomorrow. All you nasties better be up in the chat spamming LJ Rob because his Jets lost. L Jets. We need L Jets in the chat tomorrow.
Oh, one more thing. It's not basketball. It's not football related, but when we talking about these Dallas Mavericks, bro, we talking about Luka Doncic. What we talking about? Hey, man.
The MVP, you smelling it?
I'm smelling that MVP. I'm smelling that. Hey, he better not sleep on them in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
Like an MVP right now.
He like that.
I'm a Heat fan. We live and ride by Jimmy Butler. So
we'll sleep.
Oh, you Miami everything.